Okay. Hello, how's everyone doing? Okay. I didn't get the chance to stream Red Dead Online on Friday, but I'm doing it on Sunday, and I want to, keep doing Red Dead Online streams every week. So if I don't get to doing a Red Dead Online stream, in the week, guys, just know that I was probably really busy with something. That's probably the reason I wasn't able to do a Red Dead stream. But usually I do a Red Dead stream every week when I have time. Okay, let me see here. Okay, that is okay, that's up there. And let me just look at the chat, make sure the chat and everything is working.
I didn't get a notification for the stream, so check if there is something wrong.
Oh, you didn't get a notification? That might have been because I might have uploaded like 3 videos in less than like a 24-hour period, and like, oh yeah, I think it's that, because I uploaded 3 videos in less than a 24-hour period, and what happens is when you upload the 4th video in less than a 24-hour period, the 4th video doesn't send out notifications, so that's probably what happened. But it's not a big deal, we're gonna play. We'll get, people will just get the stream recommended and stuff like that. Why no more GTA 5? Because there's nothing to do on GTA 5, man, and it's because I don't feel like playing GTA 5 really much anymore. When there's another update, I'll do GTA 5, so there's that. When there's another update, I'll cover it. But, I do other content on the channel now. I don't do GTA Online really much anymore. Okay. I got a trader sale. We'll just take care of this really quick, and we'll do some bounty missions, and anybody needs help, Joe Junie Ninja, any of you guys need moonshine or trader sales or anything else you guys need help with, we'll do it. Okay. Let me start this sale up here. Also, guys, everybody that's watching the stream right now, if you haven't voted in my Red Dead Online poll, please vote in my Red Dead Online poll, because you have a chance of having your comment in the video. And it doesn't matter what your opinion is. What your opinion is of the game, your comment may have a chance of being in the video. So, just go, if you haven't voted, go on my channel, go on the community tab, and when you're on the community tab, go in, and you'll see the first thing that comes up. The last thing I posted was a poll asking about the state of Red Dead Online right now. Because I asked one a few months ago, but there's another one I just put up recently, and most people agree. I've seen videos of Red Dead YouTubers, saying that this game's done. So it's like a few recently. So there's a lot of people, even the Red Dead YouTubers, or even a lot of them are starting to admit that this game's, in a really bad state right now, and I don't know what's gonna happen really. It's like, Joe Junie, let me ask you, what do you think right now of this game? If you could you send me a message, but I'm sure you have an opinion on what the state of this game is right now. You play a lot also, but Yusuf and Jonathan, are you guys here?
I'm here.
What do you think of the state of this game right now?
It's awful. I rarely log in, and when I do, I play with friends. Playing alone is just, I don't have anything to do.
Oh yeah, I would never play this game alone. Definitely not. Like if at most, maybe the only time I would play alone on this game is when I'm recording a video. Like, if I'm making a video on something specific, that's might be the only time I'll play alone. But, like, I would not get on this game just to play by myself. Like, this is not, I wouldn't. It would be so boring. This game is fun when you play with a posse. When you play with a bunch of friends and stuff like that, yeah, it's fun. But, if you play by yourself, no. It's not fun.
Well, for me, that's the exact reason why I don't play this game a lot. It's because I only play it when there are people to play with. And I'm not saying this is a bad thing necessarily, because the way I see it, the game was meant to be like this. But I think there could be improvement in that regard. I think there should be some missions that are not necessarily better to do alone, the posse or the group of people, but just fun to do when not like some missions that are fun to do when not in a group, when you're alone.
Yeah,
I would encourage more people to play alone, or rather, people who don't have anyone to play with at some point to actually play the game. And that could mean anything. It's the way they do that. It's just that it shouldn't be played alone. And I think there should be some improvements, not necessarily a lot, but a few would do fine. And some actual new content, not recycled missions.
You know something is Rockstar like spit in the face of like the players that still play this game, because like when they posted, like, you know, what was it, like a month and a half ago, almost 2 months at this point, they posted like that thing on the newswire about the GTA trilogy, and it got people so excited. But then they wrote at the very bottom of the GTA trilogy newswire, they wrote, you know, get ready for like another GTA Online update. A new business is coming to GTA Online. They were already discussing, like, it wasn't that much information. But the thing is, though, it looks like a big update. It is going to be a big update, I'm going to say, because if it's a business update, if it's going to add a new business to the game, it's either going to be a medium-sized update or a large update. When you add a new business to the game, that's not going to be a small update. So it's either going to be a medium or a large update. So they pretty much confirmed their plans for another update in December, and they had that QA beta thing on GTA Online, and yet for Red Dead Online, there's nothing, no activity whatsoever with it. There's been no word, nothing on Red Dead Online. The only thing we saw was like that thing that I made the video about like 2 weeks ago, where like Rockstar says get ready for more opportunities, and it's like nobody wants more blood money missions. You know, nobody wants this. It's like people want more stuff to do in this game. You know, why don't you add actual bank robberies? Not an opportunity bank robbery, but an actual bank robbery. Like, why can't I walk into the bank with my friends and just rob it and stuff like that? And I'm not saying it should be totally easy. It shouldn't be easy to rob a bank. Make it challenging and stuff. But, like, you know, add rewards and stuff like that for it. You know, maybe where you can hold up trains, like, you know, rob safes on the train like in the single player, and maybe kidnap rich people, hold them for ransom or something like that. You know, I think that would be interesting. I think that would be cool if they did something like that. But this, like, you know, what they have they add these recycled bag missions, and they're like, oh, this people are gonna love it. Like, you know, and basically the recycled bag missions, that's Rockstar and Take-Two's attempt at trying to milk Red Dead Online as much as possible with as little effort as possible. So it's like, you know, we're gonna try to milk this game as much as we can, and we're gonna put as little effort as we can into it. But I'm gonna say that, like,
I can't believe it's been a year.
Yeah.
I can't believe it's been a year since the daily challenges thing.
Yep, and I want to thank everybody who voted in that petition that we made to like try to revert the daily challenges to what it once was. We had gotten thousands and thousands of signatures. A lot of Red Dead YouTubers promoted my petition, but it did nothing in the end. But I do want to thank everyone. It was still worth a try, and I want to thank everybody who participated in voting in that, because we tried our best to get the daily challenges back to what they once were. But unfortunately, stupid Rockstar isn't going to listen. So it's thank you everyone that did participate in that. But it's unfortunate Rockstar didn't listen. But what I'll tell you guys is what was it? I saw PvP Cat's video, and he said that he doesn't think like the clown movement would do anything. Again, I kind of agree with him. I don't think there's really much you can do to convince Rockstar to actually support this game. If you have this many players, you know, ranting at Rockstar, and you have Red Dead YouTubers constantly ranting at Rockstar, and Rockstar's still not getting the message. You have petitions going around on what people want in the game, and Rockstar's still not getting the message. I honestly don't know what will get through to them. I honestly don't at this point. The publisher has no say in updates. Well, I disagree with you, Grits. Publishers do have a lot of say in updates. Like, that's a game that they own. Like, who do you think is in charge of these microtransactions? Like, I know shark cards and gold bars, you know, Rockstar system and Red Dead Online, but who do you think's making the most amount of money from that? So if Take-Two Interactive is making a lot of money from microtransactions, you bet that they're not going to be the ones designing, like, updates. I agree with you there, but they are going to be overseeing those updates, definitely.
This is kind of funny. I don't want to get into drama, but you have games like Battlefield where developers are actually trying to please the community, albeit they're failing a little bit there. But you have games like Rockstar, or like Red Dead, sorry, where the developer Rockstar Games, like, they're not even listening. It's not like they're listening and they're trying but they're failing. No, they're not even trying. That's the problem here.
Hype.
And I wanted to say something about what you mentioned earlier, where, like, you walk in a bank and you rob it, and stuff like that. You mean in free roam, right? You don't mean like you go through a loading screen, and then you go through a mission. Is that what you mean?
What the? Okay, I'm sorry to cut you off there, Yusuf, but I shot that guy because he just shot Jonathan. So Jonathan, what happened? Did that guy just open fire on you for no reason?
Yeah, he shot at me, so I pulled the gun and I shot in the air and just struck up and fired at me, so I'm running over.
Oh, the guy's level 250, so this guy isn't like a low level at all. Thank you, X Smooth, for the super chat. Hi, Pro, I'm getting a PS5 and I agree. And thank you, Grits, also for the super chat earlier. Guys, this is why I use explosive rounds. This specific reason here. Now, some people might say explosive rounds are cheap. And I agree, explosive rounds are cheap when you use them in free mode events. When you use them in free mode against other players, they're cheap. But in this case, I'm using this specifically for self-defense. So whenever I'm driving like a moonshine wagon or I'm driving a trader wagon, I have explosive rounds ready. I know I don't have that many in my gun, I just had 2, but I still had them ready. And I had them ready specifically for incidents like this. Because, like, when somebody's coming after me and gonna try to destroy my trader wagon or destroy my friend's trader wagon, I'm not gonna play fair. If I can kill them really quickly with explosive rounds, I'm gonna do it, because I don't want somebody destroying, like, the wagon or messing with the wagon. You know, why would I? You know, if you don't want to get blown up by explosive rounds, don't mess with the wagon. It's as simple as that. So that's the one thing that
gotten to a point where I want to be attacked because I'm blue.
I don't know what happened. Maybe he just assumed that we were hostile or anything. If he's not coming after us, just leave him alone. If he's not coming after us, because he might have just assumed that we were hostile coming through the area. He might not even be a griefer. Some people just get scared when other players get next to them and they shoot. And damn, I'm trying to get with free aim. Okay, there we go. You know that the glitch with Jizzy's car, right? Well, I had the same thing happen to me in the original version of the game recently. What? Well, that never happened. I don't know then, Mario. Maybe, what version are you playing of San Andreas? You said the original version, but the thing is, though, when I was a kid, I would always do the same thing. I would take, like, Jizzy's car in that mission. That's an ice-cold killer mission when you kill Jizzy. And I would, like, take his car and just drive it in the water, because then you don't have to waste an explosive on his car. And that would always trigger the cutscene where he tries to steal the pizza scooter. I never had that happen to me, where it says that you blew up the phone and stuff like that. That was something new that happened to me. But thank you, Mario, for the thank you for the super chat. Oh, I was aiming at a friendly there. But what you were saying earlier about Red Dead Online is, I'm kind of in agreement, and I don't feel that Rockstar gets enough criticism for the bad things that they do. I think that with the GTA Definitive Edition, I think a lot of people are starting to actually wake up and smell the coffee for once. That, like, Rockstar's incompetence, because it's just with the Definitive Edition, people actually saw what actually happened. And sure, Rockstar weren't the ones that were developing it. It was Grove Street Games, but they were the ones who gave them permission to do it. And so I saw comments of people saying, like, you know, don't blame Rockstar, it's Grove Street Games' fault. Rockstar was the ones who agreed to let Grove Street Games do it. And you'd think that they would carefully watch this developer to make sure they don't mess up the Definitive Edition release. But instead it happened. You're acting like Take-Two is saying don't update Red Dead Redemption. Thank you, Grits, for the super chat. Well, it almost is like that. If you think about it, it's Take-Two Interactive. They're basically like, they want GTA Online updates, because they see that GTA Online is getting them the most amount of money, so they're like, screw Red Dead Online. They might be pushing Rockstar to make just GTA Online updates. And the thing is, it's not even a conspiracy at this point that Red Dead Online is neglected for GTA Online. Just look at the updates on both games, and you can clearly see that Red Dead Online is being neglected. Also, guys, I'm gonna join a Railroad Baron. Are you guys cool with that?
I don't even know what that is.
It's a mode where you hold the train and other people will try to take it from you.
Oh, that one. Okay, no, I actually played that one once before. Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, okay.
You will only find the
nice hat, bro. Thank you, Istura. Thanks, man.
I should pay more attention to the name of the mission modes.
Is everyone ready for me to start Railroad Baron?
I'm good to go.
Okay. Are you good, Yusuf?
I have ammo. I'm good.
Okay, I'll start this up then. Oh yeah, I heard about that, Lincoln, that you don't need to, oh, you're playing the PC version. Okay, Mario. Well, I heard about that, that in the 10 penny, the San Fierro mission, the one with the train where they had to kill the journalist, that you can actually just get into the train. I actually did not know about that. So, so many years I played that mission, I didn't know you could actually get in the train on that mission. Yeah, I heard a little bit about that glitch that's been going around. And hey, Mr. Waifu, how are you, man? Oh yeah, I'm down to play Vanguard really with anyone. I have zero expectations for the December Red Dead Online update. I'm preparing myself for when they don't even release the update at all. Yep.
Bang.
That's like Activision saying don't update Vanguard for Warzone because it makes more money. Well, you know, when they're updating Vanguard, they're updating both Warzone and Vanguard. So they're doing both at the same time.
They are actually trying.
But you know something,
with
EA almost canceled Battlefield 1. I don't think a lot of people know that. EA didn't want Battlefield 1 to be made. They didn't. They didn't like the project. When DICE came to them and said, we want to make a World War I Battlefield, EA was basically like, no one likes World War I. Nobody would like a game like that. They want modern games. They want futuristic. And DICE actually convinced them, no, this is what the players want. So a lot of people don't realize that EA almost canceled Battlefield 1. And Battlefield 1, almost all Battlefield players agree, it's one of the best Battlefield games of all time. Battlefield 1 is my favorite Battlefield game out of all of them. I played almost all the Battlefield games. You know, I'd say Bad Company 2 is probably my second favorite one, but Battlefield 1 is my favorite one because I just like the time period. I like the setting. I like the old like school tanks. I like the old planes, the blimps and stuff like that. And so I think Battlefield 1 is my favorite one.
I like the behemoths that they had in Battlefield 1.
Yep, those were fun.
The only one I didn't really like R2C tank, which was like this massively oversized French tank that actually was built in World War One.
No, that wasn't I think there was a prototype that was made, but it saw no actual service in World War One. That giant French tank.
No actual service, but it was actually built, and the Germans took it to like some museums, I think.
You know that the British named the tank tank because it was super secret back in the day, and they wanted the Germans to think that they were developing a special container for water.
No, I didn't know that. But I will tell you that the British were the first people to deploy the tanks, and what happened was when the tanks actually got, and I gotta change my aim to auto aim here, let me free aim. But when the British actually deployed tanks in World War One, when the Germans actually saw that, they actually they thought that it was dishonorable to ride around this big metal machine, as they called it, the aristocratic generals. And so eventually, when their troops were having so many problems, they realized that they were gonna have to make their own tanks. And so the Germans at first in World War I didn't want to make tanks at all, because they thought they were dishonorable. But that's the type of leadership that you had at the time period. You had like aristocrats that were the generals in World War I. It was pretty stupid generals. World War I had some of the
funny
stupidest
thing
generals.
about the German, that tank, nah, that's immoral. But lethal gas, that's fine.
Yeah.
That was the with the shotguns, because when the U.S. had brought the shotguns into World War I, the U.S. was actually, I think, really the first faction that started using shotguns on a large scale. Shotguns were used in World War I, but rarely. The U.S. was like the first one that actually used it on a large scale in combat. And when the Germans saw the shotguns in the trenches, they complained that the U.S. was like violating the rules of war by using shotguns. And so they wanted the U.S. to stop using shotguns, and the U.S. said no. And so then the Germans issued like an order that any Americans that were like caught with a shotgun would be executed on the spot. But when you think about it, that shows you just how insane the German leadership is and how psychotic they were, because the Germans were using mustard gas. And that was like one of the worst possible weapons. That was such a horrible way to die. And yet, they were perfectly fine with using that, but then they were complaining about shotguns being inhumane. That was like, that is actually a real thing. I'm not joking on that. You can look that up, that they were complaining about the US using shotguns in World War I. So that was just,
The Germans were like toxic players when they say shotguns are OP, but they don't like say other like things like helicopters in 2042 are OP. People still say that apparently. Shotguns are OP. Despite the shotguns in 2042, they're actually decent.
Okay, yeah, this match is pretty easy. We're just, oh, we only got 3 people on the enemy team, and all of them are low levels. I feel bad. Like, we have, like, a full posse right now versing him. I feel really bad. Like, it's,
I'm not feeling bad. I'm using weapons that are hard to use. Fine.
Pro, would you describe Pulaski as a sociopath or a psychopath? Oh, what did Jonathan say before?
I said that I'm using weapons that are hard to use, so
Oh,
I'm fine with it.
I might just use free aim on these players because it's not fair. This I'm gonna say though, even though we're winning, this is not fair right now to the enemy team because we're like 8 versus 3, and it's like and they all have they're low levels. This is just not fair to the enemies.
By the way, I don't think Pulaski is either a sociopath or a psychopath. He's just following this leader.
Well, regardless of whether he's following Tenpenny or not, that doesn't really factor into whether he's a psychopath or a sociopath. Psychopaths will try to get ahead. They will try to be the leader. But it doesn't necessarily mean that he can't be a psychopath or a sociopath because he follows Tenpenny. But
No,
you want to know something?
Saying.
I don't think I can really say whether Pulaski is a psychopath or a sociopath. And the reason is because Pulaski doesn't make that many appearances. There's not really that much to study with his character. You know, he appears in a few cutscenes, which is with Tenpenny, and he basically goes along with everything that Tenpenny says. He's his overall scumbag. Where Dimitri, on the other hand, I was able to pretty much say that he's a psychopath because there was just so many scenes with him, like his personality changes, the way he acts, how he tricks Nico, how he manipulates Nico into killing Faustin, how he betrays Faustin. There's, you know, all other stuff. So I don't know. You know, I don't know. But regardless, I think we can agree that whether Pulaski is a psychopath or a sociopath or whatever, he is just an absolute piece of crap. What is mustard gas? That is a gas they used during World War I. It was called mustard gas because it kind of had like that yellowish like look to it, like mustard, and so that's specifically why it was called that. But it was one of the worst weapons deployed. It was deployed with mortars.
You also had gas grenades of it.
Oh yeah, there was gas grenades, but largely it was deployed with mortars. But it was like, if you inhaled mustard gas, like several things could happen to you. If you inhaled too much, you'd be dead. But you could go blind, you could become paralyzed, your face could get deformed. Like, there's a lot of horrible things. Like, if you just look at some of those pictures of, like, the people that survived that, it's horrible.
I think that mustard gas is it's not liquid. It's the gas version of cyanide, I think.
You know something? ISIS actually tried using it in Syria, I believe. So there was even terrorists try to develop it today.
I think that Saddam Hussein tried to use it.
Yeah, I believe he did.
I think they actually had, for chemical weapons, they did have plans. My uncle used to work on the ballistic missile program, and, like, at the place where he used to work, there was, like, these storage facilities specifically for that kind of stuff.
Hey Pro, happy Sunny. Will you play the Yakuza games in the future? Thank you, George. Yeah, I will, I'll probably play them one day, but I don't know when, because there's just so many games in this series, and they're usually pretty long games, so that would probably take up my playthrough a lot. I heard that it was being taken down. People were being toxic, but I didn't know they were sending death threats to devs when Halo Infinite is going to be great. No one should be getting death threats. And I heard that Grove Street Games was also getting death threats over the Definitive Edition. And I'll say that
Oh,
no
what?
one,
For a game?
yeah, no one deserves death threats. That's just going too far. I don't know who, you know, I don't know who you know, who is doing that. You know, I'm not happy about the state of the Definitive Edition. I think it was a disaster, but I'm not gonna threaten anyone. That's just wrong. That you don't do something like that. If you know what you do? You don't threaten them. You instead criticize them. You tell them this is unacceptable. I'm not buying your game, or you demand a refund. You let them know that you're unhappy. You make a bad review, and that's that. You don't threaten the developers. That's just people being psychos.
Actually, I was pissed off that only PC players are going to receive a refund.
Yeah, I heard about that too.
My personal take on the criticism is I don't think it's Grove Street Gaming's fault. It's Rockstar's fault because they put the task of remastering these 3 massive games on a team of like barely over 20 people, I think.
Oh, it was only like 20 people?
20 people can make masterpieces. You look at Ace Combat 7. You played Ace Combat 7,
I did.
Patrick.
I beat
You know
it.
how that game looks like. It's a team of 22 people. That's what Project Aces is. But it was one game. It wasn't remastering like 3 massive games, and it wasn't specifically remastering. You have to... Well, you don't have to like change anything with the story or like the characters or anything. They have that there, but what they don't have is like the way they're gonna remaster. The way they did it, AI upscaling. You know, there's a big evidence for AI upscaling, and there was a place. It was like a donut shop, and they used like the AI upscaling. Uses super smoothing or something like that. Basically, makes textures look smoother with more polygons. And there was like a donut and a nut, and the nut got smooth, so that it's circular like the donut, which is obviously not supposed to. It's not supposed to happen. Things like that. I don't blame them for using AI upscaling. I do blame them for not, or I do blame Rockstar specifically for letting it pass after like they're supposed to like review what happened there, or like how their work went with remastering and all of that.
Oh man, I feel
Oh,
so
yeah, you
bad
get a
for the
lot of
enemy
score.
team right now. Like that was not fair to them. I feel so bad for them. It's nobody's fault on this team. There was nothing we could do. It was like 8 versus 2. It was like that's like I feel so bad for them. Damn Ninja, you got 27 kills. Hey Pro, I just wanted to say you're one of the calmest YouTubers I've come across. Thank you, Fantastic Mob. Thanks, man. You know, do you know honestly what irritates me when I watch some other YouTubers, and it's primarily the reason I don't watch a lot of YouTubers, is I can't stand YouTubers that constantly try to be funny. And there's nothing wrong with being funny, but I can't stand YouTubers that constantly try to be funny. Like, are constantly trying to make jokes and constantly, you know, trying to be funny about something. I can't stand that. The reason I can't stand that is because they're putting on, like, a personality, just trying to make a joke, like, every minute, and it gets annoying. Because, like, when I'm like, I click on their video and I want to see them, like, play a game or something like that, and yet they're constantly, you know, making jokes and stuff like that instead of, like, focusing and talking about the game. I just don't like that. Maybe some people like them making jokes all the time, but me personally, I've never really been a fan of that. I've never really liked that, that much. And I'll tell you this, though, that, yeah, that guy, you know, I don't like bringing up other YouTubers' names, but that Jelly guy, he does the same thing, like, constantly, like, trying to be funny, and, like, I saw a few of his videos, like, years ago, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not watching this channel anymore, but it's, like, I remember, like, his videos were, like, it was kind of clickbait in a way, where it was like some crazy stunt. It's like, what happens if we jump cars, like, across the mountain or something like that. And you watch the first, like, 5 seconds of the video, he's about to hit the tip of the jump, he's about to just go over this crazy, insane stunt, and then it just cuts to some other stuff, and then you have to watch, like, 10 minutes of him just doing other stuff, and then finally, at the very end of the video, you can finally watch, like, the crazy stunt. And, you know, no thank you. But it's, you know something, and I'll tell you this, guys, the crazy thing is that I've had people come to my channel and get pissed off at me, saying that I'm not funny enough, or something like that. I'm not trying to be funny. Like, I don't make jokes constantly, and I'm not trying to be funny. Like, I might say something that I find funny or something like that. Like, I commented in Saints Row 2, I said, I think Dane Vogel is dead, when he fell out the window, but, you know, other than that, like, you know, I'm not making jokes or anything. I'm only gonna laugh when I find something funny. When I find something funny, that's when I'll laugh. Other than that, I'm not gonna pretend to be somebody that I'm not. So, like, you know, the way that I am when I stream is the same way that I am in real life. Like, my personalities are almost no different. So it's like, I don't put on, like, a personality to, like, you know, just to stream. I am myself. And I can say that for a fact, that I am myself. The YouTubers that constantly make jokes, I guarantee they're not like this in real life. So it's, you know, I guess they can't say that. I'm gonna go over to Saint Denis here and then teleport to the moonshine business. Are you aware of the browser extensions that bring back the YouTube dislike counter pro? I've installed one and there's dislikes on the stream. Oh, well, what's the name of the one that you're using, Mario? Let me know. You don't have to super chat it, just let me know. I'll just look at the chat. But thank you for the super chat,
I don't know. Actually, I still have the dislike bar on my...
Oh, you do? Like, the vast majority of my, viewers have said that they don't see the dislike button anymore. Did I get that profanity copyright claim taken care of? No, I didn't.
Oh, wait.
And you want to know something, guys?
I can see...
The video that I posted...
the dislike button, but only on recent videos. Like, if I come to a 2-year-old video, I can see the dislike count. If I come into a new one, I can just say dislike.
Same for me.
You guys want to know something ridiculous? You know that video I uploaded yesterday, where I was basically talking about how YouTube labeled my video for extreme profanity? That video where I talked about YouTube accusing me of extreme profanity got demonetized for using profanity. Even though I didn't curse again. So it's, I did not curse. Like, you guys saw that video yesterday, the 10-minute video, where I basically talked about how YouTube was, demonetized the video, and I didn't even curse in the video. Like, I said, like, you know, a few words that I occasionally say, but I said that, like, in the middle of the video, and it wasn't, like, even, like, a bad curse word. So it was just, that video, like...
Maybe it was what was shown on screen, because you had...
But that was YouTube's own message.
YouTube.
You know, and the thing is, people are laughing at this. And they're laughing at this because I almost never curse and I get accused of using extreme profanity by YouTube. You know, I don't blame people for laughing. I actually think it's kind of funny in a way, too, even though it's stupid. It's annoying. But it's just so stupid, it's ridiculous. It's, me getting accused of using extreme profanity. It's... Yeah, you're right, Claude. You are so careful of your language and you never swear, but you get accused of extreme profanity. YouTube is just dumb now. Yeah, and you're right, Carlos. I didn't just get accused of using profanity. I got accused of using extreme profanity. Because YouTube can accuse you of using two things. They can either accuse you of using profanity or extreme profanity. And I got accused of using extreme profanity. The video yesterday didn't get accused of extreme profanity. It just got accused of profanity. But, the San Andreas one got accused of extreme profanity. And, I don't understand what. You know, I wish that these guys would, like, you know, tell you specifically, like, give you, like, a timestamp or something, like, you know, tell you what you're being accused of, like, you know, this is the second in the video that it violated our terms or whatever. But it's like, no, they don't. And the thing is, when you try to talk to YouTube support, they just basically link you a page, which is basically says, this is our policies and stuff like that. And they don't even comment. Like, is it really that hard to tell me, like, you know, where in the video it violated the policy? Like, you are so sure of yourself that when I request a manual review, you review it and uphold it. and yet you can't tell me like what it was that violated it. Return YouTube dislike. The counter vanished for me on November 30th, and as soon as I noticed this, I installed this browser extension. Return YouTube dislike. Okay, I'll screenshot your message there. I'll look that browser extension up there. Thank you for telling me about that, Mario. Crafted toxic moonshine dance for 2 minutes. Okay. Okay, let's see here. I'm gonna dance for 2 minutes right now.
Okay, boys, just like always.
Bro, why do you play Red Dead almost every time in your live streams? Is it your favorite game? Is it why Rockstar doesn't seem to care about this game? Well, the reason that I occasionally do Red Dead streams is because it's a way for me to play an open world game that I like and play with also a good amount of my friends that have it. So a lot of my friends that, you know, have Red Dead Online. It's a very common game that we play. And it's a game that we can chill in. You know, we don't have to do some crazy PvP action like, you know, playing Vanguard or Modern Warfare or something like that and just encountering toxic people. We can, like, you know, play and just chill and just hang out and just have these nice chill streams. Another reason is because I don't really play GTA Online much anymore, and so because of that, you know, I wanted to substitute another game for the streams, and I decided on this game because I never did that much Red Dead content, and I figured, you know, I'm gonna start doing more Red Dead content. And it's doing these streams that help expand my channel into Red Dead content greatly. So it's, that's one reason. Watch Dogs Legion died. Well, they haven't made an update in some time, but I don't think it died. Watch Dogs Legion is still, like, a very fresh game. Thanks for okay, hold on.
I don't know. Like, I was suddenly dancing, and then I was dancing, and all of a sudden, I'm, like, falling through the map. I thought it was my internet. It wasn't. I didn't think it was yours.
Yeah, I got some kind of network,
The servers got you.
Well, what I was trying to say before I had gotten, because I had gotten, I got thrown out, before, but, what I was trying to say, I never got a chance to watch it, Rifleman. What I'll say is, that what is the solution, you know, to get Rockstar's attention, to actually start focusing on Red Dead Online, you know? What is the solution? And I don't think that a clown movement would really do much again. I think that the only real thing that you could do... Wait, the only thing that I think could really be done to actually get Rockstar's attention is, I saw a lot of comments of people saying that people should stop playing Red Dead Online. But the thing is, though, if you stop playing Red Dead Online as a form of protest, then that's not going to help. Because what that's going to do is Rockstar is going to see less people are playing Red Dead Online, and so they're going to have less effort into it, and they're just going to put the remaining resources they have, if they have any left, into GTA Online. The only way to really get Rockstar's attention is people have to be willing to stop both GTA Online and Red Dead Online. If you stop playing GTA Online also, and you tell them that this is specifically because of Red Dead Online, that's the only way that I can see them actually listening. But the problem is, a lot of GTA Online players, they're not gonna do that. They're not gonna do that. A lot of GTA Online players aren't gonna stop playing GTA Online for Red Dead players. This is not gonna happen. So it's
By the way, I'm not in the Posse.
All that all Red Dead players can just stop playing
moment,
GTA Online.
Yusuf.
It's an option too.
Okay.
Do you exercise or do you work out? I try to work out every other day. Bro, if Nico would have noticed the true intention of Dimitri and would have gone with Mikhail and tell him about Dimitri, do you think Mikhail would at least give Nico the benefit of the doubt? I think that Mikhail would have investigated exactly what happened right away, because as unstable as Mikhail was, he was at least aware of Dimitri's intentions to a degree. Hey, Professional, I think I'm content with not playing GTA Online and playing whatever I want, just Halo Infinite and other games in my backlog. Oh, okay, Mr. Waifu. But I'm gonna say that there was, let me get everyone back in this posse here, what the... What? It disbanded the posse again? Okay, hang on. Okay, the posse is back. What I'll say is that I see a lot of GTA Online players that they basically say that they don't care about Red Dead updates. They only care about GTA Online. But I'll tell you this, I think that that's hypocritical because what happens is imagine if it was the opposite way around, right? The reason that, and this is what a lot of GTA Online players don't understand. A lot of GTA Online players, they don't understand why Red Dead players care so much about GTA Online. Red Dead Online players don't care that much about GTA Online that they want to play it. Sure, some Red Dead players play GTA Online. But the reason that Red Dead players watch GTA Online really carefully is because they're trying to compare exactly the updates. And I know you can't compare the games. I fully understand that. They're completely different games, their styles. But they're not really comparing the gameplay. They're more comparing the size of the content. Because even though you can't compare the gameplay, you can compare the size of the content. You can look at which game is clearly getting the bigger updates, which game is getting the bigger, more attention. And it's no-brainer, you can figure it out very easily, that GTA Online is the one that's clearly getting way more attention than Red Dead Online, even though GTA Online is a much older game than Red Dead Online. GTA Online is 5 years older than Red Dead Online, and yet it's getting way more attention. I say even double the attention that Red Dead Online is getting. So now, imagine if it was the other way around.
Okay,
Imagine if it was the other way around, what I just said, guys. Imagine if Red Dead Online was getting massive updates. Just imagine that. Red Dead Online was getting, like, bank robberies, you know, train heists, you know, properties, mansions that you could buy and customize. And imagine that GTA Online was just getting contact missions. Imagine if that happened. If that happened, I guarantee you the GTA Online players would be watching Red Dead Online carefully and comparing it between the updates, and they would be ranting, and they would be saying that it's not fair that Red Dead Online is getting all these updates, but GTA Online isn't. And I agree, it wouldn't be fair, too. But that's the point that I'm making. That's why Red Dead players compare Red Dead Online and GTA Online a lot. We're not comparing the games, like, by gameplay standards. We're comparing it by commentary. And that's fine. Don't worry about that. It was an accident, I know. We're comparing it by updates. That was an accident, by the way. Burp didn't mean to do that. We're comparing it by the size of the updates. That's what we're doing.
By the way, when you talked about if it was the other way around, Red Dead Online, when you said that Red Dead Online was going, if it was going to get bankrupt.
Your mic is a little low, by the way. It might be the storm also, because there's a storm in my game. Is this better? Yeah, a little better. I don't know why my posse keeps disbanding. Okay.
By the way, I'm still not in the posse.
Okay, I just started up a posse again. Try joining now. What were you saying now, Jonathan?
Wait, I'll ask you how my mic's doing.
It's doing better. It's just there's just a little bit of a storm outside right now in the game. Well, in the game, not in real life, but it's
okay.
It's just making a bit of noise.
Okay.
Thank you. I'm going inside my moonshine business. A bear is right outside. I think GTA 6 needs to take in the best elements of 4 and 5, so it keeps fans of both happy. A serious story while also having funny moments. Well, the thing is, though, Mario, is GTA 4 did have a serious story with funny moments, too. Will I stream Fallout 76? I don't know. I don't know, Fang. Maybe I'll come back to the game and do, like, a stream just to see, like, you know, what's in the game, what's there now. But thank you for the super chat. Does Reddit Online does Reddit Online has a life in the PC community like 5M? Yes, Reddit Online has like a version of 5M. It has like a role-playing like kind of server that people can join. I don't remember what it's called. Somebody is in the chat probably knows what it's called. Let them know. Thank you, Wolfgang. And thank you, Manix. Well, this is new. Hello, Pro, and everyone. Hi, Manix. Thank you for sponsoring my channel again, Manix.
Good news! We have some new clients, I see.
You know, that's actually something that annoys me.
What's that?
Why can't PS4 and Xbox players don't get to have servers?
Yeah, I don't know. Like, you know, you have Battlefield, Call of Duty that are doing crossplay. Crossplay is the future. And the fact that some companies still don't want to have crossplay, I don't understand that.
To be fair, GTA and Red Dead released before crossplay became like the standard for those games. Like, look at crossplay for Call of Duty. I believe it became a thing since Modern Warfare, which came out in 2019, and Red Dead came in 2018.
Yeah, but when they split the game, when they had a standalone version of Reddit Online, they could have done an update to do a cross-gen.
That I made a deal with the
No, it's not that simple.
That everything I touch is cursed.
To update their whole servers. I'm not pretty sure it's not that simple, and that's why older games don't get it. Not as in older games don't get supported, as in, like, even if they wanted to, they can't. Kind of funny because some old, like, PS3 60 games, when their servers die, and some people revive the servers, like, on their own, as in they create their own servers, they add crossplay it. And they have, like, you have PlayStation 3 playing with Xbox 360, and I'm not 100% sure about that because I never played any of those games. But it's the thing that people are doing with new servers. They're kind of optimizing them. And I believe these servers that Rockstar is using right now for Reddit Online and GTA Online, not that. Now let's hope, well, call that another game, but what is it called? The cast?
I will be fine of sacrificing a month of my game to have bugs and stuff that will actually happens for GTA servers and Reddit Online servers every day for having crossplay. I'm willing to sacrifice that.
And, you know, speaking of that, like, sacrifice, I want to ask the chat this. Guys, like, in the chat, and most of you guys are Red Dead players, but even some of the people that are watching me, they're just GTA Online players. Let me ask you, would you guys be willing to sacrifice a GTA Online update? Like, not have a GTA Online update, for instance, in December, just so that Red Dead Online could... I know it's already too late, so obviously Rockstar's not going to do anything, but, like, would you guys sacrifice, like, a GTA Online update so that Red Dead Online could actually have, like, a decent-size update? When I say a decent-size update, I'm talking something like Frontier's Pursuit size, like an actual big update. Okay, I'm getting a lot of yeses. I haven't seen one no yet. I'd be willing to sacrifice GTA Online as a whole. One guy wrote. It's just...
I was about to say that. I feel like...
Okay, I don't see one person that says no. Like, why can't Rockstar look at something like this? It's just...
Sacrifice GTA Online. Everything for GTA Online that came after was in 2016. Like, we could bring back GTA Online to 2016, 2015, and, like, just have the remastered instead of the expanded enhanced. And instead, like, that like, the rest of GTA Online is sacrificed for like, Red Dead updates. I'm down. And it's not that the updates came after 2015, 16. Well, 2016, let's say. It's not that the updates that came after are bad, but some of them are just questionable for a GTA game. You know what I mean?
I think GTA Online right now has had enough updates, at least for some time. you know, when you really think about it, look at the updates of both games. I think that GTA Online could take a break right now from updates. And honestly, you know, I'll say something. These gaming journalists are just like a joke. Because, like, have you guys seen the interviews with Rockstar Games? Like, when they're interviewed about Red Dead Online. Like, Rockstar gives very few interviews on Red Dead Online. And when they do, it's like these these weird magazines that nobody's heard of. That, like, interview, like, Rockstar. And it's almost all the questions are, like, really scripted. They're all, like, really positive questions that you're gonna get a positive answer from Rockstar. It's nothing like ever a negative question, asking them, you know, what about the state of Red Dead Online? What are you gonna do about this? Players aren't happy. You know, you never get, like, you know, an interview with Rockstar with, like, questions like that. It's just a joke. It's,
I don't remember what movie was this, or I think it was a podcast based on a show, which, yeah, it was a podcast based on. We have a show about supermarket workers. So one of the clients is coming to an interview, and the interviewer starts to ask her, what does she do for a living, and all of those stuff, and she said, that's not our deal. Our deal was that you're going to ask me what I wrote you in this page.
wait, what did you say at the end? She said our deal is what?
Our deal is that you're going to ask me what I wrote down in this page.
And who is this person that they were interviewing?
It's based on a sitcom show, so it's not a real one.
Okay, well, you know, that's not how you conduct an interview. That is,
Yeah, and this is what they're laughing about the media.
that's
That
just...
they're not asking hard enough questions.
My favorite antagonist is probably Dimitri in GTA 4, and I really hate Dimitri at the same time, but I always found him to be a very, you know, very unique antagonist.
What happened?
Does anyone need help, like, selling anything, by the way?
I'll check on my moonshine.
I do not have anything to sell, but I don't know if the Posse got disbanded or something happened, but I didn't see that.
You left the session. You were Joe, Junior, Ninja, and Saucer.
What?
I'm saying that, I think that Pro left the session. Everybody's here besides...
Wait, I left the session again? What is
Yeah,
going
Yeah,
on
I
with my
see-
network?
Yeah, I
Okay,
thought
hang
you were
on, I'm
saying
joining
that I
Joe
left the
Junior.
session.
I don't know what's going. I thought you guys were in this session. I don't know what's going on with my net.
Yeah, you just
network.
left it after the mission finished.
That's weird. I mean, I saw that Saucer Cast was still there, and they were there in the mission. Turn the session. Time it happens, I think it's me, it's not you, but for some reason it's... I don't know what the heck is happening now in the servers.
Just another day with Rockstar servers.
True.
What do you think Rockstar will announce at Game Awards? Well, are they even going to be at the Game Awards? And are you talking about that? Is that what is this Game Awards? The December thing? What is it called?
It's the Game Awards, that's what it's called.
That's just
I
what it's
think.
called?
And they have the things for a Game of the Year and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
The thing is, though, is I'll tell you something. I don't follow, like, these Game Awards stuff like that, because when Ghost of Tsushima did not win Game of the Year in 2020, I don't know, like, what they were... That was Game of the Year for me, clearly. Like, Ghost of Tsushima, I thought was the best game that I played in years. And I was surprised that Ghost of Tsushima did not win, like, Game of the Year in 2020.
What other
Yeah, me
game
too.
it went against? I'm just interested.
And I think the last time there was a real competition in uh game of like the Game Awards Game of the Year award was in 2018. You had like God of War, Red Dead 2, Spider-Man, and like these were three. Maybe there was a bunch of others that I can't remember. But those were like three games that I mentioned that all could like nominate it and could have got that award, but eventually I went with God of War. I mean, if you really want to narrow it down, it was between Red Dead and God of War. And in 2020 was between The Last of Us and Ghost of Tsushima, but I just got pissed off at a specific award they gave to The Last of Us and not Ghost of Tsushima. It was like the one thing that people didn't like about The Last of Us. Everyone universally agreed they didn't like it.
I don't know. I didn't like Last of Us because it was they milked it too much. It's a remake of a remake. Come on.
Hey Pro, when's your next lore video? I
Like
like
a
them.
reboot.
Well, thank you, Rango Gaming. The next lore video will be up in a few days, actually. And it's a video on Saints Row 2. There's gonna be a Saints Row 2 lore video, but it's gonna be a really good one, where I broke down a character. And then I have a lore videos coming out on San Andreas. And the San Andreas videos will actually... I'll put out a few of the San Andreas lore videos pretty quickly, because the San Andreas lore videos, they're a lot easier to make, and they're a lot easier to describe a lot of the characters. The Saints Row 2 video took me like 2 weeks to make, because I had to write the script and everything like that, but that's almost gonna be up.
Are you still in the server?
I started up the
back.
Posse. I'm gonna start up a bounty here.
I
Let's
can't,
about
I
Game
can't bring
of
your
the Year.
Posse, by the way.
I don't remember what year it was that Ace Combat 7 came out, but this was my favorite game of the
2019.
year. It wasn't just... it's a great game.
Oh yeah, Ace Combat
Ace
7
Combat
was awesome.
7.
The only thing I didn't like about Ace Combat 7 was the F-22 Raptor was... It should have been a little bit more agile because of the vector thrust.
It was decently agile. The problem with Ace Combat 7 in particular, how they do the maneuverability of aircraft. It's like the MiG-21 can outturn any other aircraft in the entire game, even the ADF-11F Raven, which is like the futuristic 7th generation plane from the game, drone that you find at the end. And then you have the postal maneuver. It's supposed to like be something that you use in turn fights. You get behind your enemy, you used to get your nose on the enemy. Turned out to be its own way of fighting. Like usually dogfights are come to be known as circle, two circle, but in Ace Combat it's like always one circle, two circle, and postal maneuvers. And those are the things that I think those are the things that kind of ruined the dogfighting, and also the way the missiles.
You said
By
in
the way, the
earlier
system
stream
that shows...
Wait, I'm sorry to cut
The
you off. I just
yeah.
wanted to just wait.
The system that shows every plane position and everything on the helmet. It's actually it's a really new thing. It was just added in the F-35, and that's it.
You mean the multi-function display screen, or
Yeah.
the one screen that shows all systems? Or do you mean
no,
like you look outside in the window and you see your targets? And
when you
everything?
have your speed and altitude and
That's the HUD.
and damage to the plane. No, yeah, it's the
Damage-
HUD, but the way that they
Oh.
show it, it has been done just on the F-16, on the F-35 and F-16 and F-15 that is being upgraded by the IAA. By the IAA.
Like IDFAS, but anyway.
IAI stands for Israeli, or something, I don't remember. It's just,
The official designation is like the IDFAF, Israel Defense Force Air Force.
no,
It's
it's
weird,
just
it's like the
IAS.
PLAAF. They add like the Defense Force and then Air Force, but if you want to go with IAF, it's fine.
No, but
IAF.
the IAI is a private company that is
Oh,
doing a
that's
lot
a
of
private.
services in the military. Yeah, it's taking tech from drones all over the world, mostly their own drones, but it just the level of tech things that they put on airplanes is amazing.
Wait, here, what is it,
I just want to join the Posse and I can't.
from Bell, thank you for the super chat, Bell. You said in an earlier stream that you think, that you played the Infamous game, so I asked, do you think the writers made a mistake when they killed off Cole? I think they kind of did. I don't remember the stories that well. I beat both games years ago, but I remember it was like, you know, Cole gets in that accident where everything blows up around him and then he has electrical powers, and it turns out that, like, the main bad guy is, like, him from the future, and he, like, wants him to, like, just be more tougher or something like that so that he can stop, like, a future threat. And then, like, in the second game, like, it made no sense to me how, like, there was, like, I forget the two characters, but there was one woman who she was like kind of good, and then there was like one who she was kind of like more evil, and then at the end of the game they kind of like switched places, and then there was like you had to take a side, and then it was like, you know, the good ending, Cole dies and everyone dies, and it's like, I just you know, I didn't like, you know, that end too much, to tell you the truth. I did kind of like the story in Second Son, despite people hating on it. I did like the story in that one, kind of. I'm just happy they didn't kill him off at the end. Thank you, Paul. Hello, Professional. I hope you're doing well. I'm doing good, Paul. Thank you, Jeffrey, for the super chat. But what I wanted to tell you guys earlier is my main complaint with Ace Combat 7 was I thought the multiplayer was kind of weak. I thought the multiplayer could have been much better. I think they could have added a co-op mode. Like, I'm not saying co-op campaign necessarily, but like, why couldn't they add like a co-op mode? Like, they could have added like 1 or 2 co-op missions that you do like with friends, like with specific objectives, or even they could have added like a simple one, like a survival mode. That could have been fun, where you survive like different waves of like planes, and then you have like AA guns and everything like keeps spawning down below, and like each wave gets worse, and then maybe like the arsenal bird shows up, and then you have to all take it down at once or something like that. Like, I think that would have been actually a fun mode to play with friends. So I think they kind of messed up by not adding cooperative modes to,
The developers actually answered about that.
and what they say.
They said it's the way Ace Combat 7 is built, it's different from Ace Combat Infinity, which was the multiplayer co-op game. Basically, they can't do things they did with Infinity, which translates to they can't do co-op, they can't do air-to-ground missions, they just can't do it. They can't even do.
What do you mean they can't do it though? Like, it's like
the way the game is built, the way the game is designed, it can't have that thing added on top.
I don't know.
Like, when they made the multiplayer mode, they made it in a way that is very hard to modify.
The thing is though,
I
bad
studied
development.
computer science, and I understand what he said. What he's basically saying is the graphics standard for the thing to run is too high to add a super platform multiplayer on it. It needs to
I'd
be
say
really
that's
basic
probably
to
one
run
of the
smooth.
reasons especially PS4 and Xbox One consoles, not the more, like, you know, the next-gen consoles, Series X, 5.
But I agree. If
They can't even add it even for those consoles. They have to, like, make a whole new thing. Sorry.
I still enjoy
I
your
agree.
video, and it also helps me get through tough times than GTA San Andreas after you finished it. What happens to CJ? Well, thank you, and Andrea, for the super chat. I think CJ just lives a happy life. That's what I think happens to him. He's just Mad Dog's manager, and that's, you know, how his story just ends. That's it. I don't think that Salvatore ever killed him. I don't think any of that happened, despite what people think. Thank you, man, and thank you, Jeffrey. I would play Red Dead if they added houses. Well, yeah, thank you, Jeffrey. And definitely, definitely house customization, one of the things people like. Do you like Red Faction Guerrilla need a remaster? Well, Red Faction Guerrilla already got remastered. It got the remastered edition. I remember that was like 2019 when that came out. But I like that game. I do a playthrough of it one day. The outfit might be a little hard to do because I dress up as the characters for that one, but it's But I'll tell you something. The multiplayer I thought was broken in Ace Combat 7 because it was like, whenever I played the
Unbalanced.
multiplayer, like nobody uses machine guns in the multiplayer ever. It's all those stupid like missiles.
Oh.
What's the name of those?
Oh, you're actually wrong about that. That's the biggest problem. It's like you get like
biggest
a
problem was
45
the
degree
rail
leading
gun.
angle, and you shoot, and you actually hit someone from 3 kilometers away. Pretty sure these machine guns shouldn't be effective
Well,
like 3 kilometers away.
It's the what's the name of those annoying missiles in Ace Combat 7? The ones that people keep spamming in the multiplayer.
UAM.
QAMs.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, those things. Like it's
Yeah,
like you
those
try
are
playing the
hits
multiplayer
missiles.
and like you're constantly beep 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 beep, like you're constantly getting locked onto. Like it's just so frustrating. I know it's an air combat game and all, but like people should not be spamming the same missiles constantly, nothing else. Like people should be
No,
using something
the
else.
most annoying thing in the multiplayer was the
31 Saucer
the
Cat.
launcher. No,
Well, in Hell Let Loose, that's my rank.
The electromagnetic launcher, the railgun.
Yeah, no. It's like in the story mode they add an alert thing to help the player, but then in multiplayer there's like you press the button, you shoot. You know what's funny about the EML in the multiplayer? And the TLS, the tactical laser system. The tactical laser system to destroy everything as soon as you point it at it. As soon as the laser contacts something, it destroys it. And that was the thing for most games in the past, and even like the only games that didn't have that were Ace Combat Infinity and now Ace Combat 7. Reason is they said it's too powerful for multiplayer to just hit a target and you destroy it because the damage is so high. Sure, you could have enough armor to actually withstand like a millisecond, but just 1 millisecond they
You know,
tested it.
I'll tell you something. Do you remember this?
The problem is,
Saul?
I just want to finish this real quick.
Oh.
The problem is, the laser, you could still technically get a warning. You look, there's a giant laser, and the range was limited. But the railgun, it has infinite range. It is one shot, it is hard to aim, but you don't get a warning from it. So like in the story where it's charged, you see like like something from a distance, and you hear sounds and stuff like that.
You
So,
know that
they're contradicting each other, like themselves actually. They say that TLS is overpowered. That used to be overpowered. That's why we nerfed it, and that's why the way it is, like the classic games. But then you come to the railgun, a new weapon they introduced in those games, and it does pretty much what the classic TLS did back in the day. One shot, no warning, infinite range. Well, laser does have range.
You know the
you know that
the Salg in
in the real world, if you put a railgun on a plane, the plane will just bend apart because of the electromagnetic forces.
Yeah, and there's
remember
there's
the,
recall, there's electromagnetic forces, and a bunch of things.
in Ace Combat 5, do you remember the Salg weapon? Like that big satellite that fires
Yeah.
nuclear missiles? Like that thing should just fly into like San Andreas and just like end like GTA Online that way. Because
Yeah.
just Red Dead Online can get updates.
Or what like they should end GTA Online. They should have like the Ravens from Ace Combat 7 from the last mission, and they should also have the Stalk and the Arsenal part. And also, for funsies, add that crawler thing with the AA gun. That was a thing in Ace Combat Northern Wing. It was a mobile game. It was this thing that was like, it's like an AA gun fortress on 4 legs. It looked so wacky. It was a thing apparently. But what's funny is how they destroy it is they use beatball mode. Vertical mode is there. It was a wacky game, not a lot of people know about it.
You had an aircraft carrier that is basically an airship. In 1918, you had one. You had 2 actually in the U.S. Air Force.
Well, they were concepts.
Yeah, they were concepts, but they never saw battle. But they existed.
No, concept as in never even built. They were just...
No, They were built. 2 of them actually got destroyed in a storm.
Are you thinking about the? What are you saying? 1980s.
No, not 1980s. 1918.
1980. Yeah, back in the day, yeah, they had those. It was like a giant blimp.
They were made of
I thought you were
zeppelins.
talking about the other one with the 747s, but that's like a different thing.
Thank
No,
you,
but you had the Akranoplan, which could count as
Be ready to move if they come
which
looking
could be
for you.
built.
Oh, thank you, Mario. I noticed you like I Ran So Far Away by a Flock of Seagulls in your Vice City playthrough. Any other individual tracks you like in that game? I like a lot of the music in Vice City. I like Flash FM, V-Rock, Fever, 105, Wave. I like generally almost all the music in that game. Thank you, Mario. My favorite drink, alcohol or not, thank you, Bell. I don't drink any alcohol. The only thing I'll probably have is a glass of champagne, you know, near the end of the year, but other than that, I don't drink anything at all.
And they're using that position to harvest all the capitali in town. They're going up today for another collection.
But I don't know. I'd say probably maybe Nesquik. I like these strawberry shakes always. Do I think the
when you're
Royal
done with
Humans
the
2 remake will be worth buying? Definitely. What were you guys saying?
I was saying when you're done with the mission, send me an invite to the Posse.
Oh, you're not in the Posse?
I'm not, ever since you got disconnected from the server.
Do I still have in contact with PvP Cats? Yeah, I talk to him occasionally. You know, mostly for Twitter messages. My favorite Twisted Metal game. Cover Capitale from the bootlegger. My favorite Twisted Metal game? Maybe Twisted Metal 2? The original one? Follow the bootlegger to the Capitale stash, okay? Okay, I'll follow this guy to the, If the United States banned YouTube, what would you do? Well, I don't know then, but that's not gonna happen. China banned YouTube, though, I believe. To ban a site like YouTube, that would require so many laws, and just, like, nobody's gonna agree to something like that.
I think you'll have a civil war.
The only way that the only way a site like YouTube could get banned is if you have an authoritarian government like in China, where it's just one party controls everything. That's the only way that something like YouTube could get banned in.
You don't need to be here. Go.
Okay, gotta find the Capitale stash, but this town's about to turn into a war zone now.
There you go. Have a bullet.
Oh great, we got witnesses too. I gotta... It's not good. And these witnesses can run. Okay. And they can shoot too, okay. Oh great, there's another witness back here. Come on with these witnesses. Okay, that takes care of that. Oh my god, another witness! You've got to be kidding me with these witnesses. Yeah, this is a Capitale mission. Okay, let's just get out of here then. We gotta lose the law.
Just thought of something.
What's that?
There's a potential for any game with any company with enough, with any greedy company behind it, for any game. They could make every new update for like a game that relies on like an online service game, like GTA Online, technically Red Dead, Battlefield, Call of Duty. What is that mobile game called? Genshin Impact. Those like games that rely on online service and microtransactions. There is a way that technically they can. I don't know if there could be a law against it. There definitely could be a law against it. Basically, they create infinite amounts of new currencies. Except they add a new currency that the stuff that are brought in this new update can only be bought with this new currency, and you can only gain this new currency in a very tedious way through like some really bad design missions, horribly designed missions. And the only other way to get that currency is with microtransactions. I don't know if there's a law against that. There should be.
Hey Pro, what kind of music do you listen to? Thank you JJ, Vader. I mean, I listen to all types of music, really. I think I listen to rock more than the other music, but I listen to pretty much everything. Like, Saints Row 2 has good music that I listen to everything in that. Saints Row 2 is great rap, rock, classical music. That's an example of, like, a game where I listen to everything, pretty much. Joe Junie, wait until maybe like 6 minutes to deliver it, okay? Get a little bit more money. Oh yeah, Wale, that song was really good in Saints Row 2, and it wasn't copyright, which was I was able to play it fine on the playthrough.
Man, the copyright stuff is annoying.
Yes,
Because,
it
like,
is.
the Vice City, it would be much more enjoyable when you get the music with the 80s theme. Same with San Andreas.
Vice City. Something special.
Rest in peace, GTA series 1987 to 2013.
Yeah. This might be
Yeah, and
cool.
I don't even play Red Dead Online that much anymore. I used to play it much more, but I'm pretty decently high level, 382. I think that's decently high.
You know what I usually do? So I can Read it on my phone. If I ever play this game alone,
What's
I
that?
do basically what right now. I just ride around the horse, look at the world, because I didn't play much of the story mode, and I never really took the time to explore the world. Look sightseeing. That's all. Go look at different parts of the map. And that alone is like sort of enjoyable enough because it's such a good job in creating this map. But then I remember that if I actually want to do some missions and some things in this game, that brings me back to that other thing that I said earlier. That missions are all designed for like a group of people, not a single person. And it's kind of boring and also hard to do it with a person, especially at a low level like me.
Have I ever
I don't
cried
think
from a
I've
movie?
seen
No,
game.
not really. How do you know only 13% of players finished the Red Dead
I've seen a
Redemption 2
game
story?
that was so like oriented or like so focused on team play as much as this one. Like you could argue like some Battlefield games, some other combat games. I'm not talking about like first-person shooters stuff like that. I'm talking about generally a game that is open world, but it's like focused on team play, like playing with a group of people, not just alone.
No, I never watched The Wire. Oh, hey Patrick, what's up, man? Oh, that's one of my friends. Oh, that's good, Brandon. Oh, does anyone need help, like, selling anything? And also, is there, like, another, like, event coming up? Like, another, like, activity soon? Let me see here. Red Dead Online free mode events. It should say when the next one's gonna start. It always... Fool's Gold in 12 minutes. Okay, we can do that. That'll be nice to do. I can sell after Fool's Gold. Well, Ninja, Fool's Gold is probably... Why don't we sell right now, Ninja? Because Fool's Gold is going to be in 12 minutes. I think that 12 minutes will be enough time to get your wagon across the map. Yeah, let's do it right now, then. I'm going to stand down this posse. Ninja, if you can invite, I'll tell you who to invite, here, one moment, If you can invite Burb, a Bear, Yon, Saucer Cats, Joe Junie's still here, and, Oh, why Ninja? Well, we got a lot of people here. Well, I guess choose who you want to invite to the posse, but you know a lot of our friends here, so it's I might as well put on auto aim because we're gonna be going into Fool's Gold soon. Professional, you're fun to watch. Thanks, and never change. Thank you, X. Okay, let's how many people you got in the posse right now? Oh, you got 3 more spots. Let me tell you. Invite Jan and Burb Bear and Yusuf. Are you in here too?
Here?
Yeah, and invite Raven Cookie also. Pro thoughts on Fortnite? I'm not a fan at all. Oh, they need to delete one posse. Okay, if you guys could delete delete one of your posses or leave one of your posses.
I don't have a posse form. I'm not sure what to do with.
You go to posse in your settings.
Oh,
and
yes.
you need to leave one.
It's the permanent posse, it's not the like.
Ninja, can you form a camp like right around here? We'll just sell from here. Oh, there's already one like up north. Okay. I'm gonna get up right up there. Oh, come on. I hate when that happens. I understand, average dude. I don't even play Red Dead Online that much anymore, but I still want to play a little bit, but I am kind of pissed at Rockstar for the neglect that this game is getting. And a little bit of a ride to get up here.
Easy there.
Okay, I'm up here. Can we sell the thing if possible, Ninja, and yeah, because I could try to rush this too. Can you invite Jan Jan Kuttner? He's cool. Have you seen the hour-long video of the GTA Definitive Edition bugs on YouTube? Some of them had me laughing. Well, no, I haven't seen that. Thank you, Bruss sound effect. But I have my own videos on them. Like, there's one video that I uploaded that has like almost 70,000 views, and it's like one of my San Andreas parts. And it's called "These Glitches Are Starting to Really Annoy Me." And that one, like, there's so many glitches I encountered in that part. Okay, and just see if you can sell it, and I'll rush the wagon to the place, and we still have like 8 minutes technically because we have an extra 3 minutes once it starts, so I think we'll make it. Oh, Jonathan, did you get an invite to the posse? Hello? Oh. Okay. What horse do I have? I have the black Arabian horse. Okay, let me see if I can drive this. I can try to get that there as fast as possible. Okay, here we go. Come on, what the? Okay, there we go. Don't know why it was stopping like that. Okay, here we go. Blackwater Dock, bit of a ride. Okay, we'll get there. Now, well, I guess we'll see. If December doesn't get a Red Dead Online update, that's going to be, you know, pretty much confirming that Rockstar has forgotten this game, because every December Red Dead Online has gotten something. December it launched in 2018. December 2019 it had Moonshiner. December of 2020 it had the Bounty Hunter expansion, even though that wasn't a great update. So I guess we'll see. Yusuf, are you here?
Kind of trying to meet somewhere up down the road.
You tell me, how
already
far am
far
I
away
from
from you.
Blackwater? I know I'm up in the Grizzly, so it's a decent amount.
Oh, you are.
Yeah, if I don't make it before Fool's Gold, not a big deal. It's whatever. Oh, and hi Dane, how are you, man? Thank you for the super chat.
What is Fool's Gold? That place?
It's like a mode where there's like this armor like that you get, and like you have it. You're kind of like a juggernaut almost, where you have a bunch of health, and you kill every time you kill somebody with that suit, you get a point. And if somebody kills you, they can pick up the suit.
Oh, I see. And that's like a timer thing?
Yeah, I think it's 5 or 10 minutes mode. It's, yeah.
5 to 10 minutes. Maybe it would take like around 10 minutes to get there. Quite a long time. They're like taking it from one side of the map to... Waiting for you down the road.
What is that horse doing? Okay, that was... Okay, let's see if we can make it on this. And Ninja, if the Fool's Gold appears, if I get it there in time, just throw us into it immediately, okay? What the great. What a moron, watch out.
We got him. But
Take the, take the bags and quickly just put them on horses.
now we have to deliver the goods ourselves with our horses.
Yeah, let's just pick it up. I'm getting this bag out of here.
My horse is all over the place now. Great, it's getting scared.
I don't know what they're trying to do, those guys, but
I'll
it's
try to get away from here and deliver it.
Oh, come on! It was a wild horse. Damn, what a dumb horse in the row. That was just... Oh, it was somebody else's horse, but regardless, it was just... That was just dumb what just happened there. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna rush this to the Blackwater dock then. I know, they have explosive rounds, but where? Are they cheating? Or are they just regular griefers? I've seen people do that off the radar. Crap.
I saw them on the map and I locked onto them when I tried to shoot them. So I don't know.
Were you able to lock onto them?
I was able to lock onto them, yeah.
Then they're not cheating. Because they'll do a glitch. Sometimes people will do a glitch where you can't, yeah. They're not even that high levels. The second I get these goods to the Blackwater dock, I'm coming back and I'm gonna attack those guys.
I got a package on my... I'm just trying to... Wait, they see us on the map, right?
They see us on the map, yes. But they're gonna have a hard time trying to catch up. Oh, Joe Junie's here, but Joe Junie's not trying to steal it. It just says that because she's not in the posse, and she's approaching us nearby. Joe Junie, can you keep those people away from us as we're trying to deliver the bags? Oh, okay, I'm glad I didn't fall off the horse there.
Good, not that far. We're like more than halfway there, I'd say.
Bro, there's enemies. Well, no, there's not really gonna be enemies at the drop because we encountered like enemy AI, I think, when they chased us. When they chase you, there's no enemy AI at the drop if there's enemy AI that chase you.
The chaotic thing that happened earlier, the weather is actually so beautiful.
Oh, come on. I was scared of the horse not knowing how to jump there. How are you doing? I'm doing good, Cassie. Thank you for the, thank you for the super chat. And Ninja, you could close your app if you want, or we could deliver it like this. It's up to you. It's your sale. I'm almost to Blackwater.
Dude. Taking the train tracks.
There's enemies here. I see them. What, at Blackwater? this just in case. Ready. This thing would be good for clearing them out when they're there. Okay, I'm almost to Blackwater. I'm pretty close. It's a little bit of a run here. Blackwater's there, okay. Oh, there's enemy AI here then after all. What's the situation with those guys? Are they chasing us?
I don't see them. Those enemies down, but I'm trying to get rid of the AI enemies here. Alright. Sorry. I of course ran away with the thing. Everything up.
That. Okay, express ammo time now. Okay, ooh. There we go, it's delivered. I'll go into the map there. Ooh.
Hey, Patrick.
What's up?
Well. That was fun.
Yeah,
you get that reference?
Are those guys still in this lobby? I don't even remember what was their names, the people that attacked us?
I
don't even remember right now. I was just focusing on getting it to the drop. And I guess I got it to the drop. I think
Patrick, did you get that reference?
Wait, what did you say again?
I said, well, that was fun. Do you know that reference?
No, I don't think so. What is it?
It's the one, it's the one cringy line from Battlefield 2042.
Oh, that one, when the end screen, when the characters say those cheesy
Yeah, the
lines.
end
Oh,
screen.
yeah, I know that. That was like, oh man.
It's terrible. Why did they think that was a good idea to put lines like that in the game? It's like they have this post-apocalyptic world that is like dying slowly, countries are failing and all that. It's like, well, that was fun. And then there's like the other guy. I'm not overconfident. I'm just better than everyone else.
Yeah, those lines are just... No, it's okay, Tar, you don't have to apologize. Well, I think I'm probably gonna wrap up the stream here, guys. I just haven't eaten anything since breakfast, so I'm just kind of starving right now. But it was a nice, fun stream.
Well,
I'll still stick around for, like, you know, a few minutes and answer any questions if people want to ask me anything before I go here. Brandon, I don't know if you need to sell anything, but if you need to sell something, I can probably help you a little later, or another day if you don't have time. Am I gonna play Halo Infinite? Maybe. The one Xbox exclusive that I probably will play is that Project Wingman game. I'll probably play that.
Ace Combat 6 too.
Ace
That's
Combat
also
6, yep,
good
that's
one.
on Xbox, Xbox
Go
exclusive
dance with the
also.
angels.
Have you ever tried Midnight Club 2? Yeah, I played Midnight Club 2. Midnight Club 3 is my favorite one. I liked it more than Los Angeles 2. Okay, I'll see average. If you guys like Red Dead content, do drop a like on this stream if you guys like Red Dead content. I have plans on making, hopefully, content in December. I just really hope that Rockstar does an update. If they don't do an update on Red Dead Online, I think December I might devote to doing Red Dead lore. If there's no update in December, which I know people really want the lore videos too. Ray in GTA 4. I'll see you later. I remember that. Do you know something? I'll tell you. I think that's the worst line in GTA 4. That's the worst line in the whole game. And the thing is, GTA 4 has like amazing writing and stuff, and has like really good dialogue, really good voice acting, superb. But that one line that Ray says is like the worst line in GTA 4. That's when in the Lost and Damned, Johnny and Jim escape like the Ray's basement, and then Ray's like, I'll see you later. Like, it's like, that was like a really bad line. That was just the way he said it. Will you see the next Saints Row 2 video tomorrow? Maybe, but I will definitely have I'll definitely have the next GTA part up. I just have to record the next DLC, Corporate Warfare. The original San Andreas gets more realism than the new one. I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, there is going to be more Saints Row videos, and there's going to be a Saints Row lore video coming up. So again, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope everyone has a great Sunday here, rest of your Sunday. Thank you guys for stopping by. I haven't done a Red Dead stream in like at least a week, but I'll try to do these more regularly. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and check out my lore video that I'll be posting in a few days. It's going to be a really good lore video. It's going to be Saints Row, but it's going to be a really detailed, good lore video. So thank you guys for watching. See you guys on the next one. Take care, everyone. Have a nice day.